your boy Pyro Slayer, and today we're doing a whole album reaction, just surprising you guys just a little bit. We have some good Riddance, Forgotten Country. I've not heard this yet, and it's 30 years old. March 18th, 1995, from Fat Records. Frat. Just silly. But listen, I've really enjoyed a lot of the good Riddance that's come our way over the years. And it's about time we check out a whole album by them. And their debut album as well, I think I can double check that, or you guys can just comment down below if I forget before the end of the reaction, which I probably should just look at it now, but it looks like it on Spotify. So that's good. So yeah. We're just going to say that that's the debut album. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong. This is just pure laziness here. Pure laziness. Good Riddance. Flies First Class. Let's get it.
Who's coming up with the eminent solution? Who's gonna sell you something you can't use? Who can rock his fallacies and call it the news? Who's gonna fight the almighty legislature when a woman's not a woman but another incubator? And the letter posting millions plays another urgent doll. You're right that Jesus taking leaving no truth at all. Freedom is just a word, incendiary. Judges a blank ideal, I love a paradigm. Mirror of one-way glass, somebody's watching. American fly first class. Some people say I'm bitter and I really should get over it. An angry young man without the tangible to show for, but oppression with obsession like another mean season. And a ton of blind eye with your personal treason. In the sky there's a tiny reading each and every bird about how the unenlightened have inherited the earth. And if AIDS doesn't get you, you can bet your neighbor well, because the summertime destruction give them liberty to kill. Freedom is just a word, incendiary. Churches a blank ideal, I love a paradigm. Mirror of one-way glass, somebody's watching. American fly first class. When there's no more change to bring about, when there's nothing left to sing about, and when my heart is empty, and there's no more great to tell me. Oh yeah. Give on wasting me. Yeah, America flies first class.
So we have a good sign, Wrath and Rip. The instrumental here distracting me from the lyrics. From what I picked up, it was decent, for sure. But the instrumental was very, very nice. The production and the mixing are great for this. I love the sound of the vocals there, like that kind of shouty approach. I'm here for that for sure. I'm gonna throw out some ratings here on first listen. Of course, it's first listen. When you listen to music, the more you listen to it, the more you can get a feeling of what you really feel. So, on keeping that in mind, that is first listen rating here. I think I'm gonna go with 7-1 here to open this bad boy up. Let's add this to a playlist real quick, and move on to better.
waiting in this state. I've realized too late, there's only so much left inside, only so much space to hide. I've dreamed of castles in the air, but I've never found out where. I need a break or a vacation before I give myself a scare. Don't try to understand me, your logic won't connect me. Don't try to read between my mind. If I could kill you with a touch, I'd never hate this much. 1,000 colors every day, but all I see is gray. My history is plagiarized. I feel desensitized. Maybe one more shot of reason will ripple this disguise. Don't try to understand me, your logic won't connect me. Don't try to read between my mind. I told that man just what I thought of it, so I'm right back where I am, tied to this bed. Somebody see me straight, and now I wish I hadn't said what I said to both of my parents, cause I made my mother cry. If she'd only wait, I'll make it up to them, cause I can be a better man. Be a better man. Be a better. I'm floating in a frozen sea. I'll watch the moment break, giving away the shades of brown. I see those colors all around, but once there's no one here but me and my autumn memory, and in my heart it's still as close as I know I'll ever be.
So, when I am listening to a song, like I'm analyzing it, trying to decide what I like about it. Sometimes I try to come up with some zingers, something funny, but typically, they're Chuck level funny, so it's not really funny. This one was disturbing. So as we're listening through, where was it here? I told that man just what I thought of him. So I'm right here where I am tied to this bed, subconsciously restrained. And okay, now that I'm rereading this, none of what I thought made sense, and we're just going to move on. But let's just put it this way. I missed the line I told that man. So I just kind of was like, came in from listening to the instrument, like the instrumental, to where the party said. So I'm right here where I'm tied to this bed. And I was like, did Fat Mike help write this? And then the following part, what I said to both my parents, because I made my mother cry. And I said, what the fuck? So what is happening here? What is going on? So my mind and the song were not lined up there, and it got disturbing for a second. But we're back on track a little bit. Still don't know what the fuck's going on here lyrically. Let's look into it a little bit. My brain is a little fried, so you're going to have to forgive me, guys. There's no sense waiting in this state. I've realized too late. There's only so much left inside, only so much space to hide. I dreamed of castles in the air, but I've never found out where. I need a break or a vacation. Damn, we can all agree to that, right? And a castle in the air would be badass. And I should probably write a fantasy story about that soon. Yeah. See, I like when music does this to me. It gives me some creative spark. Like, oh, that's actually cool. Oh, never thought of that. Don't try to understand. Oh, before I get myself scared, don't try to understand me. Your logic won't command me. Don't try to read between my mind. If I could, wait a second. So he's saying I want to remain ignorant. Don't try to understand me. Your logic won't command me. So I guess maybe using broken logic or something. Don't try to read between my mind. If I could kill you with a touch, I'd never hate this much. Well, that's a bunch of lines. Poetic though. 1,000 colors every day, but all I see is gray. My history is plagiarized. I feel desensitized. Okay, that's good. I like that whole flow of those lines. Maybe one more shot of reason will ripple this disguise. I told that man just what I thought of him, so I'm right where I wait. I told that man just what I thought of him, so I'm right where I am, tied to this bed, subconsciously restrained, and now I wish I hadn't said what I said to both of my parents because I made my mother cry. If they'd only wait, I'll make it up to them because I can be a better man. I'm floating in a frozen sea. Fuck, is it a floating sea now? I'll watch the morning break give way to shades of brown. I see colors all around. For once, there's no one here but me and my autumn reverie. And in my heart, I know it's as close as I'll ever be. I honestly really love the flow of these lyrics. The sound itself, I think this is probably like a 6 for me, but it was still really enjoyable. And I like how poetic those lines are. Has some substance there. I don't know what it's talking about fully, but that's okay. The next one's a banger. Let's get into it. Funny enough, this is probably like bad parent time, but whatever. This song came on before my daughter's soccer game. And I was like, you want me to change the song? Because I'm just being polite. I knew the vocals were a little heavy, but I was like feeling it. She's like, no, I like this. This is getting me pumped up. This song's crazy. Loved it.
Give me sensibilities without ambition. Give me accolades after nothing to collect. Like it's back up like an endurance that was a bloodhound. Running on sometimes of self-respect. It's a plan, these are ways to embrace me all fall down. Lasting rise, wide range is up. Right. It's a plan, these are ways to embrace me all fall down. Lasting rise, wide range, that's right. When we seek to fight to warriors entertainment. Christian battling will keep us back fine. You can tie a yellow ribbon around your convoy. You're just along for the ride. It's a plan, these are ways to embrace me all fall down. Lasting rise, wide range, it's up. Right. It's a plan, these are ways to embrace me all fall down. Lasting rise, wide range, that's right. Yeah, we all fall down. We all fall down. We all fall down. We all
Just instrumentally, it's like choppy. It's just has some swinging punches, and I love that about this track. It goes after the right. It goes after the stick-up liberals, looking down on everybody. It goes after everybody, and I like it. It goes after corporate rock. Goes after what I'm assuming, the harbingers of Eden. I could be religious, but it also could be like people trying to create a utopia, maybe, out of something that, humans were imperfect, and it's not probably possible for everybody because you have mental illness and all this stuff, right? The lion in the office all falls down. It's a plan. These are the ways to a person. We all fall down unless we rise. No, this shit's banging, dude. This song always gets me pumped up. I didn't Remember the one part, you can tie a yellow ribbon around your cock, boy. Oh my God. Did not catch that. That's like an 8-9. That's like an 8-9. It's already on a playlist. This is my favorites. Constant rotation. Solid ass track. United Cigar.
Reason is gone. This brain is out of practice. Thinking is alien. Salient to me, the day is through. The lights are off and I'm alone again. Electrons comfort me. Television is my only friend. There was a time that I swore this would never happen to me. I look for inspiration like I've done so many times. There's something missing here I can't define. Would you like to come to a place inside my head? Or would you like to watch me fall asleep instead? Instead, interstitial television takes my mind away. Growing stronger, how much longer will things be this way? Look at my close friends, they wear expressions of concern. They don't want me to forget all that they think I learned. I've explained my situation, but why can't they see? Friday's just another night for me, for me. Interstitial television takes my mind away. Growing stronger, how much longer will things be this way? Now there's a feeling that I get when I'm at peace with all I see, and it's a rare time that I spend with no one else around but me. These moments are so precious now, getting better just like wine. But one will make me happy. There was a time I thought it would, I thought it could, I thought it should. I turned around, I'm looking down, there's nothing there, I can still see myself a lonely boy. The day is through, the lights are off, and I'm alone again. And the trust comfort me. Television is my only friend. There was a time that I swore this would never happen to me.
I honestly really just enjoy the like atmosphere that this song kind of put forth. Kind of reminded me a little bit of like a Jawbreaker song, in a good way. I don't know what the hell was going on lyrically, but it was a song that was like very solid. So let's go with a 6-7 on this one. Again, really love that atmosphere. I like where those vocals were. It just kind of added to it. The next one's Decoy. Looks like these next. Oh no. Okay, yeah. Let's go and jump in the Decoy.
Well, I thought we'd arrived at a track that I'm mystery. We fought every endeavor we could fight. Yet it shuddered with grim preconception as the cannon erupted into light. That's my arm to the cage, lady, it's trying to see that I could not look away. Every godbearing song was a patriot, and victory remains elusive, one bomb away. Oh yeah, one bomb away. And they say that custom will records of people to any atrocity. From dark alley Belfast to Baghdad, sea to shining sea. There were patches and crosses, our borders and views, like the minute shroud, glowing red, white, and blue. And the rectors, they say, well, it's Frustrations, redolence rose to the sky. Propitious creatures await a most virulent fate. The Pacific demeanor belies. It was a place I don't care to return to. Whose chambers compassion would not recognize. For slaughter is sanctification. Humanity covers its eyes. Covers its eyes. Humanity covers its eyes. And they say that custom will reconcile people to any atrocity. From dark alley feathers to the killing blood, sea to shining sea. There were bashes and crosses, our borders and beer at the minute shrine, glowing red, white, and blue. And the red doors they say will explain it away. The ravings of a passion, the ravings of a passion, yeah. The ravings of a passionate you. That's you. My country, see softly, sweet land of liberty. Oh, the icing of the icing. No, I don't wanna be a patriot. No, I don't wanna be a patriot. And I don't wanna be a patriot. I don't wanna be a patriot. If that means being like you.
So, funny thing, when the song first started, like the vocals came in, I thought it was the dude Chuck doesn't care for vocally from Rancid. That's what it reminded me of. There was just kind of a weird cadence that he was hitting the track with, and it reminded me of Rancid for some reason. Honestly, I really like the speed here, and there's kind of it's weird because like I feel like the way they're singing, there's almost like a pop punk-esque vibe here, but the vocals are like too rough, and it works perfectly. I like that a lot. I know pop punk's a little bit of a stretch, but it's just really high temp. Like I don't know how to put it. But it's solid. Boys and Girls, the next one. Let's keep it moving.
Disconnected, sunshine hopes, still rejected, I know. I've been there. Something outside can always fix it. You know by now, I'll always trick you, I know. How it feels, how it feels. It was all just boys and girls, making the most of a fucked up world. Left with nothing, left to say. Live fast, die young, feel no pain. Why can't you open those eyes? Wasted living your daydream dies. Disconnected from all that you know. Why? Mom and dad let you out at night. If you're back by one, it'll be alright. And you're safe now, safe from the world. Those nights won't stay the same. There's still more time for fun and games, and your habits are all wearing you down, wearing you down. It was all just boys and girls, making the most of a fucked up world. Left with nothing, left to say. Live fast, die young, feel no pain. Why can't you open those eyes? Wasted living your daydream dies. Disconnected from all that you know. Why? Why?
I'll be honest, I wasn't a huge fan of this one. It's mainly due to the instrumental. First, let me say that guitar solo I don't know if it's quite a solo, but you know what I'm saying. That guitar that popped in towards the middle was very, very nice. I really appreciated that. But the rest of the instrumental was just too choppy and frantic. And the vocal style reminds me of maybe like 80s, like hardcore or maybe 80s punk in some examples. I don't know. This one I'm not a big fan of. I think this is like a 4-1 for me. And it was kind of repetitive as well. Let's keep going to track number 7. Mother Superior, and this has the most plays on the entire record by quite a bit.
How ready are you to die for an ideal? What's the connection between a lie and what is real? Mother Superior, I've got an angel on my back. I'm one of the righteous, and I'm never going back. No, I'm never going back. Who's that shining forth-bright man crouching down behind me? He's waiting for a push to send me head over heels. Who's that leather four-star general walking up the hill to ask the liberals nicely to help finance this private war? Anybody trust that man when he puts the rifle in your hand? Sings his songs of vengeance and grace. And how much you want to bet on the other side? There's a man with twice your pride, and he'll put your feet first in an unmarked grave. There was a time in our history where we justify saying our destinies manifest. Now imperialism is the mantra of the West. See that trigger happy college boys love the chance to try out their new toys, and they wash the city streets clean with the blood of infidels. And a funny trust that man when he puts the rifle in your hand, sings the songs of pageantry and grace. And how much you wanna bet on the other side? There's a man with twice your pride, and I'll put your feet first in an unmarked grave. The fabric of democracy lies staggered in the dust. Wicked puts another greedy man into the dictatorial puppet show. Now tell me, who do you trust? Who do you trust? In the volatile hemisphere, we perpetuate a hostile atmosphere. Call it a threat to national security. Call it just a one safe face, one more place to export cheap labor. Hail the monarchy, hail the oligarchy, the potential for anarchy, and we pat ourselves firmly on the back.
This is uncomfortably relevant for today. Uncomfortably. Let's dive into some lyrics here, for sure. I'm loving where the production, the mixing for a punk album. I love everything. Sounds real crisp. There's a nice atmosphere built around the sound here, and like the vocals. It's really nice. It really is. How ready are you to die for an ideal? What's the connection between a lie and what is real? Mother Superior, I've got an angel on my back. I'm one of the righteous, and I'm never going back. No, I'm never going back. Real quick. So, like when I'm reading lyrics, what happens when I read aloud, I need to slow down so I don't get all jumbled up. But the problem is, when I slow down, I sound like fucking Dr. Seuss. So it's like I can either stumble through the shit, or I could sound like Dr. Seuss. let's go with the Dr. Seuss approach. It's working right now. But who's that shining forthright man about to die behind me? He's waiting for the portress to send me head over heels. Who's that black heart 4-star general walking up the hill to ask the liberals nicely to help finance his private war? And if I didn't trust that man when he puts the rifle in your hand, sings you songs of pageantry and grace. And how much you want to bet on the other side there's a man with twice your pride, and they put you feet first in an unmarked grave. There was a time in our history when we justified by saying our destinies manifest. Now imperialism is the mantra of the West. See that trigger happy? College boys love a chance to try out their new toys, then they wash the city streets clean with the blood of infidels. See, that word threw me back to like the Crusades. That's I think the only time I've ever heard that word used is when I was studying the Crusades. And if I didn't trust that man when he put the rifle in your hands, sings you songs of pageantry and grace. And how much you want to bet on the other side there's a man with twice your pride, and they put you feet first in an unmarked grave. As the fabric of democracy lay tattered in the dust, we could put another greedy man in the dictatorial. Puppet show now, tell me, who do you trust? Who do you trust in a volatile hemisphere will perpetuate a hostile atmosphere? Call it a threat to national security. Call it just a poor, sick face. One more place to export cheap labor. Hail the monarchy, hail the oligarchy, a potential for anarchy, and we pat ourselves firmly on the back. I think that track just kind of speaks for itself right there with those lyrics. I really enjoyed those. And then again, the sound was really, really crispy. Let's go 7-7 on that one. 12-Year Circus.
It was a day like any other. My son, he turned to me and said, Father, wherever did we go so wrong? I thought it over for a minute and said, son, for 12 years there was a circus. For 12 years there was a circus. Sometimes I feel I want to turn my life away, but other times I say to run.
can't hit that again. That 12-year circus part was awful. 12-year circus. It's like they were like plugging their nose. And like it was like jarring for me to hear as well, weirdly. Kind of like slapped me out of the immersion. It was like the whole song, instead of like appreciating it, I was wondering, are they going to do that again? I didn't really like that. I hope they don't do that again. 4 or 5. No playlist. But the rest of the song besides that was good. It was too much. Thorcross, man of God. I like how fast this was. I like how like it was angry, but not like too angry. We got a lot of theology, our opinions about theology thrown at us. Asked some good questions in here. I like at the beginning, kind of, at least from what I'm taking away from it, kind of was pointing out like, can we make friends with bitter enemies? I'll believe it when I see it. You know what I mean? That kind of thing. Like Christians preach that, but do they act with that? And I think everybody can be a little bit better with being nicer in general. So there's that. That's always a good question to ask, in my opinion. Christian, not Christian. Can we be less of a dick? God. We're moving on. This is a good song. 6-6 playlist. We got a couple more tracks here. Lisa. Hit it! Remind me of Backstreet, or, fuck.
I used to be like her, we were one and the same. I used to hold her, I used to know her name. Out in the water, I feel her once again. I used to be like her, I used to call her friend. Friend. Was a lost child, running way too fast. No matter where she went, she couldn't get away. There's a voice reverberating deep inside my head. beautiful. She had so much life to give. But all I remember is a broken shell I see in my nightmares. I can hardly recognize her. Now there's no one but me. I feel the sting. Doesn't it feel good? Doesn't it feel good? Doesn't it feel good? Doesn't the sting feel good?
I love that we have a kind of a track that's kind of a different form. It's a little bit tempo's still up, but vocally it was more in like a storytelling mode and maybe I don't know, there's kind of a different approach here. It almost felt like slower, but it really wasn't. Regardless, I like the lyricism that I heard, and this was really solid. Like this is in set like 7.2. This is 7.2 range, guys, for sure. It's going right in a playlist. I like it. I like it a lot. Let's continue. Wrong again. Woo!
Wrong again. Flying from a distance, somehow I knew a path across someday. In my eyes, you could do no wrong. Never thought I'd ever have someone like when you came at a time when I could count my friends on one hand. I don't think I wanna be another float in your secret. And it makes me wonder, is this how you treat it? All the friends you made. Yeah, I put you on a pedestal. I knew it was the worst thing I could do. I used to feel that way, black and green. Everything is fucked up. There's people talking shit. It's like I was wrong. I don't care who's right. I don't wanna fight. I don't think I wanna be another float in your separate. And it makes me wonder, is this how you treat it? All the friends you made, friends you made, friends you made.
Okay, so the instrumental wasn't too bad, and I actually really enjoyed the second half, the way it kind of had some change-ups going on there with the drums and stuff. But I was not a huge fan of the vocal delivery right here. I don't know. This one honestly just felt like a filler track to me. On top of that, there was some tongue rolls, I think, and I didn't like the way that it rolled. Sometimes I like tongue rolls, but this tongue roll didn't seem good. I wasn't a fan. Oh boy, the storm's picking back up outside. So if you guys hear rain, you might have some soothing rain sounds in the background because the walls and the roof of my building are made of tin. So it's very, very loud when it hits hard. So that could be a good thing. It could be a bad thing. We don't know. We're going to continue. This is the last track. So let's have a little fun on the outro here. Let's see if this last was a banger. By the way, real quick, let's rewind it back up, rewind it a little bit because I don't think I rated Wrong Again. Wrong Again's not going to go in a playlist. We're going to put it in like the 4 ranges is where I think I'm going to put that. We're going to continue with October. There we have it, chat. October. It's a very solid ending to this album, in my opinion. I think that was like in the probably 6-9 range. It's good numbers to end on. Let's swap over here real quick to my other setup so we can rate this. Whoop. So here's where we rate it currently. We have the critics, All Music apparently they gave it a 6 out of 10. The average is 7.2. I'll be honest. I think All Music's a little low. I really like the rawness that was here. I like the energy, the tempo. I did think that the drums at points were a little boring because it was just blistering. And so it's the sound-wise as a whole, it was a little repetitive for me. Now, I understand that is a punk rock sound, right? Really adds that tempo. I get it. I just think it was just a slightly much. Otherwise, I loved the vocal production, the mixing almost as a whole. There was just some cadences here and there that I wasn't a big fan of. There were some tracks that I could definitely skip and go without. Going to be honest with you guys. But there was also quite a few bangers that I could see growing into like 7s and 8s on a few more listens. So that kind of definitely keeps this album above the average line for me. So we're not looking in the 5s. We're looking probably in the 6s. On first listen here on album of the year, let's go with a 6.4 as a whole. Be clear here, guys. I am very picky with albums and how I rate them. It's very brutal. If you have, I just go by just numbers, just to keep it straight. Like if you have a 10-song album, 5 of those songs are bangers, but 5 of those songs are shit, it's a 5. Depending on how good those bangers are. It could change that counterbalance. You know what I'm saying? But I want to hear a well-rounded out album, and I do think this is raw. It sounds good. The lyrics were really good on some. On others, they were like kind of repetitious and just were like an average hardcore punk track. But yeah, so there were just little spots where the songs didn't really grab me, or I wasn't a huge fan, but nothing overtly serious. I could easily see this growing to like probably it could grow in the 7 ranges. We're gonna give it a couple more spins before we make a final call on it. My voice cracked like I'm going through puberty. God damn it. God damn it. I'm Pyro. This was fun. I hope you guys enjoy my album react to For God and Country, Good Riddance, 30 freaking years old. And while the release date on Spotify, I believe it said March, right? In album of the year here, it says February 7th, 95. So definitely curious. If you guys would do me a favor and drop the actual date in the comments down below. Feel free to share your thoughts and opinions as well. I always love some good music discourse. Tell me how I'm wrong. Be inventive, okay? Use our words. Let's talk about this. Obviously, at the end of the day, everything's just an opinion. But this was fun. Shout out to you guys. I really appreciate the community that we've built. And I know you guys have been wanting some old school punk mixed in here, and I've had these on my list for a minute to check out. I just there's just so much music dropping and old music, and there's a lot. There's a lot, and I can't just stay in one genre. While like probably like 50 to 60% of my listening is punk music, I still listen to like pop. I still listen to hip hop, quite a bit of hip hop lately, actually. Wu-Tang dropped a couple new tracks that were banging. That's my sound to get off. That's the thunder's going. We're gonna get out of here before I lose power. I'm Pyro. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Again, thanks for joining me. Peace out.